I can talk all day without hitting the button, you can do me good. Anyway, I have 7:03, we'll call the meeting to order. We'll start off with previous minutes.
Make a motion to accept the minutes from January 8th meeting as amended.
January.
I'll
8th.
second that. That was a regular meeting.
That was a regular scheduled select board meeting.
Yes.
All those in favor of accepting the previous minutes from the January 8th meeting signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay,
I make a motion that we accept the meeting minutes as presented for January 17th and 19th, I believe it was.
10th and 17th, I thought.
Friday, we did Friday. Right, so 17th and 19th as presented.
Okay, yep. 17th, 19th.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and seconded to accept the meeting minutes for the 17th and the 19th of January. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Finances, we have a letter here from Vera. Says to the select board, I can't make it to the meeting tonight. I need to know if I can give our new treasurer keys to the office desk, have signature cards changed and give him the combination of the safe. Tammy can verify what he has brought to the office for paperwork, and she has the information about the background check.
So Tammy, did he indeed sign the contract?
Yes, we had the signed contract at the last meeting, I believe, actually.
Okay.
And the other stuff I have also laid eyes on.
I would make a motion that we accept Vera's recommendations.
I'll second them.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to follow all the guidelines for changing over to the new treasurer. Everybody in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Yes.
There.
Keys, a combination and bank accounts, I believe.
Yep. And my guess would also be the computer. He doesn't have it.
I would suggest that we lay some guidelines down for the computer.
Yes.
So
So,
suggest, go ahead.
papers to sign. So if I can get everybody just real quick on this one. So we were given, or sorry, we gave Kathy this and all of her documents on it,
Yeah,
all the changes that we gave. Was it this morning or yesterday morning? She received the request from Vermont Center for Independent Living, which is one we've given to in the past. The request is $95. Not given to. We've put it on the ballot for others.
great.
So she typed that one up. She said, you're gonna include it, we sign this one. We're not gonna include it, we sign this one. So I need to know which one we want to sign.
I make a motion that we accept the additional $95 to the donation section as Kathy presented.
And again, that's not something that we're making the decision on. It's just something that we're putting to the voters.
I will
I'll
second
second.
that.
Okay,
Lance,
Todd did.
no, one of us.
motion's been made and seconded to sign the one with the Vermont Center for Independent Living. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We just put
Well, one will have signatures, one won't.
Right.
a line hash
Don't
mark
crinkle
across
the
it.
one that had signatures. Or shred it, yeah.
Our new treasurer has indicated that he would like to take the computer home to do various activities at home. I would suggest that the laptop stays in the offices. And we use only the internet access from this office and not home access.
be able to connect remotely to his laptop in the office so that he can do some stuff at home.
I think that was a hard no last time.
I think
Yeah.
I agree with that. I
Yeah.
think that it should be done
There's
here
too
in the
much
office.
confidentiality.
Right. We don't know the security.
At least for now. Would be my suggestion anyhow.
A motion or a suggestion?
It's a suggestion for now, or I can make it a motion. I make it a motion that access to the town computer and town personal files be only from the town offices.
I would second that.
Okay. Motion has been made and seconded to keep all. How would we word that? Bakersfield documentation accessed from the Bakersfield town office. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? This, and just-
The team.
Yes, I can
Yes.
the access to town computer and town files, we only have the town office.
AKA the computer doesn't leave the building.
Right.
Yeah,
And no access from outside.
Right.
I mean, and if there's a follow-up question, we don't have the firewalls and
Do
the
not,
tunnels set
right.
up to make this a
We do
secure
not fold.
Right.
connection.
And maybe put a caveat in there that this isn't a end all be all. If, you know, if things are going good and a year down the road,
We'll see how it goes.
we can see how things are going. But at this point in time, I agree with you, Lance. There's a lot of unknowns at this point. So
So you want to do that, right?
at present would be great. All right. Visitors. BCC storm damage. That everybody? He's got a different feed. All right.
Hit that little green button or whatever. it is.
Push, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
There we go.
Hi, Larry Krieger, representing the Bakersfield Conservation Commission. Not sure exactly what you guys know what happened during the windstorm. We all know our personal buildings, but as far as we're concerned in the park, there's a tree down in the road. Probably can see that. Everybody's
Yeah.
probably seen that. It's taking the fence down. Going down from the path, there's a tree that's broken and it's hanging over the trail. That has to be removed. There's 5 trees on the back end, 3 of them together and a couple of them. They're on the trail, probably an easy job of cut them and roll them down the hill because it's all downhill. And the bell tower, I don't know, people know that, but the roof is off the bell tower. 2 pieces are off.
Brigham?
No, oh, I'm sorry, in the common,
Oh,
the little bell.
oh, I didn't see that.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Didn't
The
notice.
bell,
Yeah, the bell thing, whatever.
what do you want to call it?
Yeah.
The little.
Gazebo.
Yeah.
Well,
Bell
they call it
gazebo.
The gazebo, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
I
two
didn't know.
pieces of tin, plus, you know, the border that goes around it and everything, that's off also. So that has to be fixed. So my question is, those are the items. One, I don't know about insurance, how Bakersfield is all my years on the select board, I don't think we ever addressed insurance. So does insurance through, you know, town, you guys.
League of Cities and Towns, I would assume has like a liability or.
Liability, but I don't know if that covers damage.
Exactly. So, you know, maybe you guys want to do that because we're going to need manpower to clean that up. And I would assume.
Is the trail just
Well, I must
safety
fall under
features? Is the
something.
trail flagged off now so
It
people aren't
should, but
walking
I-
underneath
I'm not
that?
Like
aware
a
of
FEMA.
Yeah, well, you can't get through. Oh, okay. On that
Yeah,
side,
is
the
it-
answer is probably
Okay.
no.
Okay,
Okay.
DLC.
On the backside, it doesn't matter. You can just can't.
right, right,
Just
yeah.
trees down everywhere.
yeah. No, I just. The
Right.
background we got, I'd hate to see somebody go walking underneath a
Right.
Widowmaker on town land.
Right.
We can have Tammy look into. We can have her call Vermont League of Cities and Towns.
Okay.
And see if there is a policy, or if we have that type of insurance that would cover town damages like that.
Otherwise, it ends up being a town expense. I mean, we
Yeah.
have to pay for it anyway, and get everything fixed.
There's gotta be,
Well, I mean-
The
something.
one in the park, the road crew.
Well, I mean, the tree and stuff, yeah, but I mean,
Everything,
the fence.
to me,
Yeah,
The
it's
fence,
the
to
fence.
see it.
we should, be, you know, be able to.
Yeah.
As an aside,
It's not a,
also.
Big tree, it's more of a limb,
yeah, right.
yeah,
Over
so,
here, you need the chipper,
yeah,
Yeah.
and you can, I'm sure those guys can do that in no
Yeah.
time with a bucket, take the big stuff away.
Right.
In the back, I think all you have to do is go and cut them and roll the logs down the hill, and the stuff that's laying there, who cares? It's
Yeah.
laying in the woods.
yep.
I
Yeah,
think one tree ended up in the cemetery. I don't know how that,
well, that's.
it's not hurting any stones or anything, but one
I
tree
did see
did
the
end
one
up
at the
there.
Cemetery on the backside.
That
That's,
anything the forestry kids could do?
Um,
No, I'm just asking, no, I'm asking that, because I know they're always looking. for these-
I probably have a couple that I could send up to do something like that.
I'm
As
just.
far as like a class.
I think if
I'm
I would
just saying, it's-
try to
it's-
guess
it's community
what to
service.
do, I would look into who will cover it for us.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm saying have Tammy,
Yeah. for-
But until then, I would close off the trail
yeah.
Okay.
broke it
until
up.
the,
I would actually just,
Danger.
I would put a sign right at the end, right up here at the top that says trail closed until further notice.
Okay.
Cause you know as well as I do, if somebody goes walking down through there and the
and
wind's blowing a little bit,
When it comes down.
yeah.
And we're supposed to get some more storms.
It's my assumption that, the road crew will take care of the one in green and the one at Brigham.
Yeah, yeah, right, the one. in
As
Brigham,
soon
too.
as.
Yeah, I think they're-
I think all we have to do is say, all right, guys, let's go, okay, go ahead and take care of it and,
Yeah, I mean, the Brigham one's gonna be kinda hard to get to until. I mean, right
the
now.
ground needs to be hard enough to get equipment.
Right, yeah,
soft,
I'm
yeah.
not sure you can right now.
Soft
Yeah.
and,
This one over here, you
There you got a
probably,
road, so.
yeah, you can probably get to
okay.
this one all right, but.
I mean, obviously, when they got
But
a
I'm
break
sure-
or something, or first
best
thing in
bet
the
is
morning.
not to touch a thing until you find out, because you might
Yeah,
get
sure, right.
their wages covered under it too.
Yeah,
You gotta take a lot of good pictures, one or the other.
yeah,
Well, Terry has a good point. I'd make a motion that we, will wait, before we do any work until Tammy has a report back from VLCT.
yep.
But
And
you
I
made a
agree
good
with
point.
you.
Maybe everything needs to be photographed.
I'd
Yeah,
photograph
I would-
Yeah,
either
I
way.
would photograph too.
Yes.
Yeah, we should-
Absolutely.
Who would do that? I don't, who would, somebody,
Anybody with a camera,
some,
I mean, anybody that can just document it, if the beast, is that a volunteer or a question? You're a volunteer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And just.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Town
yeah,
clerk,
thanks,
yeah.
Pat.
Yeah, and then if you just wanna drop them into an email and send them to the select board email as. That's fine too.
Either way.
Maybe easier to. I don't know, once you got over here with your phone, it may be more of a pain to try and figure out how to get it from your phone to here. Yeah, but
Mine too.
mine too, yeah.
Just call one of the first graders, they'll figure it out in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's something we should also report.
Those
to
kids
the
are amazing with,
big Gathering.
yeah, kids that perceive things now.
Is it FEMA data?
Yeah.
We don't wanna touch it.
It's-
Well, no, but I'm saying
Yeah.
the state wants it more to say they can
Those
get.
kids just.
We'll go stack this.
Okay,
They don't get
so
money out of
I
it.
don't wanna keep you guys. So, okay, so the trees will be taken care of. We'll document what needs to be done.
Yep.
The roof too.
Yep.
And
And
Tammy will check.
Sure.
Tammy's gonna check.
Okay,
Go-
guys will take care of the trees.
Actually, Tammy, when you find out, if you send us an email letting us know if we are covered or not and include Larry on that also.
And you can make a
Larry, did
determination.
any of the roofs survive?
What's that?
I feel.
Did the panels get destroyed or they're just down?
Little bent, the other one's called. Maybe the bad one, okay, it's not.
Yeah.
90 bad.
Could you, get an estimate as, I don't know who does roofs. I don't know.
So it's so small, that's the problem, right?
Terry said she's pretty sure it hit the meter and stuff over by the.
Oh, took out the
Got the
electrical.
meter and all the electrical out there.
Outlet and all that.
On the, right here?
Oh, yeah, I think it did.
Wow,
Wipe the whole thing out.
no shit. Well, I guess then we get a new meter.
We're gonna need a new meter socket, we're gonna need a new panel,
Anyway,
electrical, oh yeah.
If that didn't happen, then, Gee,
All right, so she'll get that and she'll include you on the email to let us know. If the insurance is gonna take care of it, we'll have to follow the steps there. If we don't have the insurance, then. At this point, we'll get the wood cleaned up and. Probably wait for warmer weather to make a decision on the roof and the. Rails.
Okay.
I feel like we had a couple extra rails somewhere.
I
There
see.
was.
there are somewhere,
There was one in the house, right? Had a couple rails.
in the hearse house?
Is it broke or is it just?
I didn't actually walk up to it. Is it, it must be broke, right? Is it broke or is it just?
The rail.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's broke, but it's being sort of.
Broke it in half.
Yes, I do know.
I think it snapped it.
I would
It looked
think
like
that
it
one
from
did.
the road. It looked like.
Are snaps.
Yeah.
And I didn't look at them, but they're on here too. But it went right around one whole section.
Yeah.
It's intact.
or at least it didn't clean out a bunch of posts and everything else, so,
No, we're lucky we still had trees left out.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I saw you guys in your minutes wondered about the electricity on the park too.
We're working.
And we are working on upgrading.
Oh, okay.
There
There was a safety concern,
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially this year with the rain.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna see if we can get it upgraded.
Okay, great.
I think we put money in the budget for that, so, on our end. No, we didn't put it into the BCCs, so.
All right, good.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Larry.
Thank you, Larry.
That's all done.
Larry, that roof wasn't anything special. It was just metal roof, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Gold color.
Is it the copper roof?
Yeah, it's almost a copper,
Yeah.
copper color.
Copper, I think it's a
Yeah.
copper roof.
It's not copper, it'd
It's,
be,
but it's a fake.
it's a fake copper, yeah.
I don't even remember.
Did Lyle?
I believe Penny was the one who
Somebody hired.
quarterbacked that one.
It was.
We got
Penny.
somebody to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Linda might know too.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm Patrick Evans. I'm chairman of the BCC, the Bakersfield Conservation Commission. I have two items I'd like to discuss with you. I'll get the easy one or the short one over quickly. We were kind of hoping that we were recommending to the select board, if they're going to have an in memoriam on the town report, we would nominate Harry Lumbra, our recently deceased treasurer of the commission. She was a native girl and true asset to the board, great Yankee woman, common sense of humor, and boy, if she had an issue, you knew it. So,
They didn't have to guess.
Did she pass or is she still alive?
well, she passed.
Oh, she did pass.
month
I
ago.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. I did not know that. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. We didn't know, well, it was kind of a surprise to us. We knew she was having some problems. but
Right.
Just went, that was it. Fortunately, her grandson had moved in with her, was helping her out. So he's there. So, yeah.
I didn't realize when I saw that, I was like, oh, gosh, they can't do that. She's still alive. And I'm very superstitious about that. I was like, no, because one year I remember they said my mother and Peggy, and I was like, no, you're not putting my mother and Peggy on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope.
Right. So that's it.
Right.
Is that any questions or is that clear to you? I mean, your decision. The second issue we're talking about is new to us, is proposing, as you know, a warning to the town to, well, let me read what we've got so far, and you can certainly advise us on this. We're interested in creating a Bakersfield Conservation Reserve Fund, which has apparently been done all over the place, because there are certain properties that we think we might like to acquire eventually. If we don't have a town forest, for instance, it might be available to us someday, and takes a little bit of money. However, the reserve fund in other towns has produced money tenfold sometimes. Richmond, for instance, got over $1.6 million because they had this reserve fund going. People looking to help you out, as we understand it. Grant people, for instance, want to know that you're committed. You've done something on your own to get this going. So that's what we're asking. So far, we gave you a rather long-winded by warning standards, we think, paragraph last time, but we've whittled it down to about this. Can I read this to you?
Mhm, please.
Bakersfield Conservation Commission asks the voters of Bakersfield to approve a half-penny increase in the tax rate for a period of 5 years to be allotted to a separate fund for conservation projects. The fund will be used to leverage additional monies to conserve land in the public interest. We have monies may accumulate over a number of years before being used on a specific project. Public hearings will be held prior to the use of the fund. That's the warning. Now, you tell us what you think.
Is the warning on?
It's not, that had to be, that would have had to have been in on,
That on
you can have a copy of it, Tammy. Yeah, it's right here.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay.
That what you just read?
Now, what is our, Tammy, do you know what our, total, what the hell is that called?
Per capita?
No, not the tax rate per capita, the grand list, yeah. Do you know what our overall grand list is on that?
Thought it was two.
It was on one of those documents.
Wait, 7.
This is not official. Carolyn estimated this would be something under $5,000 if this were approved.
I think with we calculated, we've got around almost 6. But,
The thing is that's gonna change also though, right? So if our grant, if we come in and over the next 5 years and we get reappraised, that grand list is gonna go through the roof,
Right. It's gonna double like most towns have.
at least.
We
At
can,
least property values.
well,
Yeah.
they're going the other way a little bit, so it might be to our favor that we had to wait.
Yeah.
ones that still give us money that we need, because we're under 80%.
Yeah, but we're scheduled.
How many
They told
years
us we had to
would
be
it take
scheduled,
collect
and we
the
are
money?
scheduled,
Yeah,
so.
and we did.
Well, to tell you the truth, we're not exactly sure what money we need. We
So you're saying like
substantials, or something looks like a serious intention. Yeah, sorry. Many, we were asking for 5 years.
You can
of
Google and
this,
see.
right.
Which
they
would,
get those
if
grand
Carolyn
lists.
was right, it would be something under $25,000 at the end of 5 years.
Well, if it was
I don't think there's nothing out there that says you should have this much in the bank before you come
This
to us
year,
asking
can't
for
make
more.
this list anyway.
The reason I asked Pat is rather than a percentage, even a part of a percentage point, if $5,000 a year is enough, then maybe we word it at $5,000, you know, would the town be willing to place in a reserve fund, you know, X amount per year for, you know, to be used.
So
for
the biggest problem is the warning had to be, we had to have everything last Friday. That's why we stayed here till 8 o'clock last Friday.
Told a meeting that the 22nd was the drop dead date for this.
Which one? Homestead education, non-homestead. So it'd be the total of these three.
I think it's like 3 minutes, it's 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah. You're right, that's a good point, you take the half cent and make it a quarter cent, I mean, you know,
Right.
whatever, if you wanted to make a certain amount. I think if you got the paperwork, I'm not sure, but like Enosburg had $10,000.
Yeah.
And they got, you saw how they got allocated 100,000.
Right.
So what you're trying to do is. These great people like to know that the town is behind them.
Yeah.
They are behind, well, in this case, it's you guys are behind us.
Right.
I'm behind us.
It's supporting the issue.
Everybody is
Yeah.
supporting this issue.
Yep.
They're willing to, well, we'll give you the X dollars based on, you have X dollars put aside to do the same project.
Right.
But Carolyn did a couple other, some of them. They got,
Yeah.
that's not something we would get, but they got a lot of money.
Yeah, Richmond took in like,
Yeah, Pat's got-
We'd have to
Yeah,
have a
right here.
special meeting come in and has, yeah.
Richmond had
But I
200.
think half cent's too much.
Okay.
You're coming up with 12 grand. I think I agree with John.
That much.
I agree with John that
With
you
a quarter.
probably should ask for a specific amount.
Like 5,000, 2,500, whatever number. You know, and that way we can, rather than, because with the percentage, it changes, it's like to Josh's point,
About
it
6,000.
slopes, you know what I
It
mean?
is still more than,
So,
and the other issue that, Josh just came up with is, we were signing the final version of the warning for the town meeting tonight.
We signed it.
And we just signed it. In order to change that, we'd have to have another special meeting, come in and sign it. After the document itself was
About
changed.
the warning that we proposed before. Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
the one you see every year.
Okay.
You know, the list, you know, every
Right,
March.
okay. Yeah, yeah. So
Convince us that we need to do that. Is the next issue. That, I'm just being blunt with you, Pat.
Yep.
Yes, the 22nd was the deadline. Today is
22nd.
22nd.
Second. It's
You're coming in at dead last here and
Yep.
asking us to change a document that we've been working on for weeks and weeks. In order to do that, I mean, and we can do that, but we'll have to have another special meeting to come in and sign it. And we'd have to do it. What was I say?
So maybe,
With
I
the
don't,
basically, as far as we're concerned, warning, this warning can't be changed that we proposed. It
Right.
actually was just a sample more than an example and whatever. His proposal can't be done without moving heaven and earth, nor can we change the proposal that's already in there without moving heaven and earth.
Whose proposal?
you're coming in at the
Mine.
11th hour.
I was just.
It is possible to do it. You need to convince us that
Saying money,
it's worth doing.
I wasn't commenting on the 22nd.
I'm not saying it isn't a worthwhile
I understand, but it's not.
request,
Right.
but your timing is a little late.
Well, that was kind of our mistake then in that case.
Yeah, as I said, we've been working on this and we put a lot of hours in on getting this.
A lot of friggin'.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
may
well,
have better luck next year
confirm,
than
yeah.
this year anyway, because this budget is not. Well,
If I can understand, confirm, so you have what we submitted before.
What's that?
submitted.
You approve what we submitted before?
No, because we were under the interpretation that that was a
That was an idea.
initial thought.
Right.
And yeah,
Gonna find.
I didn't, I wasn't under the impression that you were bringing that back this year.
Okay.
I thought that was something that
I'm
you were,
sorry, Pat.
otherw's we would have.
Let me,
It's not, I'm with Josh. I didn't understand it in that.
this is
not
new to us.
fashion either.
And the proposal and the idea is new to the town and,
Don't get me wrong. I think this is
right.
a worthwhile.
We support.
I support this, speaking personally, I support this. I think town forests are a great thing. I think town, you know, any parks that the town can have, any property that the town can have is, for lack of a better term, you know, it's money that could help us down the road if something else had to happen, you know? I misunderstood the first one, you know, you brought it to us. I was like, this sounds like a good thing. I think bring this to us again.
Right.
Just if I may interrupt, if you have representation here at town meeting, I suggest you bring it up under Article 19 to test the waters and see what the town would think.
Article 19 is.
Others.
Other
It's
business,
non-binding,
non-binding.
but you can test the water and put it to a proposal. What would the town say if we did this next year and get a vote off the floor?
Yeah.
And to find out if you have support or not.
And I think, I agree with John. I think a set dollar amount, like, you know, if you were to come in like the library or whoever and says, you know, we're looking for $5,000 to start a fund for, just like what you've got here, just a set number. Cause if you start saying half a penny to the tax, people are gonna be like, well, Jesus, I have a hard enough time figuring out what my damn taxes are now you. I think so too.
Yeah, cause he.
Yeah, cause definitely did it that way, cause that was in the first proposal.
Before to come back.
Yeah, Yep.
We apologize for the confusion.
We're new at this, we're greenhorns.
That's so, this part, we haven't seen wording like this. That was the concern I had was.
Right.
Yeah,
Would you be willing to come in with representation on town meeting
Yeah, I've
day?
been
And
thinking so anyway, because there's gonna be discussion, we could pass out a leaflet, we can pass it for people to explain and I.
this is, and the important thing to put towards the people is that this would be for matching grants.
Right.
And this is,
Or more for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Yes.
leverage.
yes, because we actually,
More than matching.
yeah, because we actually rolled you guys into the general fund. You're no longer a line item. This a standalone line item.
Yeah.
You're in the general fund.
So that's one of the reasons the general fund is up a little bit, so.
We've actually done that with a handful of the smaller groups.
Instead of having a vote on it.
And some of the stuff that we just don't have any say in, like you gotta make your truck payments,
Right.
non-negotiables.
The same thing as that.
RDAG is not rolled into that. RDAG is separate. It was funded by a grant,
Yeah.
so it's its own entity, really.
Where you guys are a town entity, same thing with the cemetery, I think the cemetery is separate still, I think.
It's separate.
Yeah, cemetery stayed separate.
Well,
They asked for considerably more.
you've been very helpful to us this year. We've had some activity across the street and we're getting fired up here in our old age. And,
Definitely supportive of your group.
appreciate what you've done for us. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate what you guys do for the town, absolutely, yeah, and yeah. Hopefully we get some good news on the insurance and everything, and we can get that all worked out and.
Yeah, but wondered, and this is getting on subject here. The changes in climate, you wonder if this is gonna be. the norm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
This is.
you're right. Yeah. This is our new
No.
norm and scary.
What did they say the other day? We're in the backside of this El Nino cycle. So we can expect this probably for another year to two,
Mhm.
and then. We'll probably get hit with the nor'easters like we did for a couple of years, and then back through this El Nino cycle.
Yep.
It's like,
With
should just move to Florida.
It's cold in Florida right now.
We sort of heard, like, for instance, the icebergs melting, poor New York, poor Amsterdam, wherever. I hope that they can survive this. Coast of Maine is a mess.
Yeah,
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's already
know, all the eastern here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy God.
I know it. That's weird. Everything was coming to the.
yeah.
Great if you're a surfer, doesn't work for the rest of us.
There's a lot of surfers this next year, I think.
If you start, don't break away and start floating.
Take care.
For-
Guys have a great night.
Let's see here. Next up, we have roads. Mac is sick. He was unable to be here, but he said if you had any pressing questions, he could be reached via telephone.
So I just want to go on record as stating that we need to ensure that this walkway out back is clear from the door to the public right away, and that's state law and PA 1. It's got an exit right above it. It has to be maintained clear at all times,
Okay.
and it's not being done. So I don't know if we didn't make that clear, so I want to put it in the record now that needs to be done.
Well,
And I'm not looking to say Mac has to do it.
no,
I've got 2 people working for him. Right.
oh,
Thank you, guys.
have a good one.
No, that's-
Otherwise, take the exit sign above the door off, but you could have 2 exits from this room by state law.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Right.
My only other question, or just playing devil's advocate
Yeah.
here, not,
No,
is that outlined as a road crew responsibility?
No, it is not.
no, it's not, but who is going to do it? I guess they do this out here. He comes, well, I say.
He comes and he plows. He
No,
plows.
does the.
Does the tractor have to?
Doing the tractor, that person should be cleaning.
Fairfield Road Crew,
Right.
you should see all the stuff they do down there.
I know.
We just-
Public buildings.
It's our responsibility to outline their responsibilities and we apparently have failed to say that this is a something that we expect on a per storm basis
And
and
that's-
specifically state that.
That's kind of what I was trying to do with this
Well,
tonight is.
I have to disagree with that because we did direct.
We
that
did
be
direct
done
that it,
When
on a-
we had a visitor about it and
Yeah.
it still didn't get done.
Actually,
just-
to be honest,
I want
Bob
to-
shoveled it. Let it dry.
Right,
And it snowed again and it still
I
is.
didn't know if we made it clear, so I was trying
Yeah.
to make it clear, basically.
I think what we should do, honestly, is look at the description and update it so that it mirrors what we need to have them do.
We can do that,
Just as it was said.
the problem is,
but do we have a current job description? I have the employee thing. and just-
we do have a job description.
Okay,
I know, cause
so maybe it is. time
I
to
typed the
update.
damn thing up, but,
Maybe time to update.
the problem is playing devil's advocate on the other side now.
Mhm.
If you list every single job that should be assumed in a responsibility. You're gonna have a 40-page document.
But
So what you
isn't there
do-
something there that says all other
It's
tasks
duties as
that are,
assigned.
yeah, there's like a
Duties as
catch-all
assigned.
sometimes. It's not to make it so.
There's a job description I've seen.
I think we
in
all
20 years.
have stuff that we do at our jobs that aren't specifically outlined.
Mhm.
To me, that's
Without a doubt.
micromanaging.
Yep.
Right.
And what we do have are leaders at our workplaces. And that's who brings forth the task that they're asking you to do at
Who
hand.
cleans the roof off when the roof gets too deep in snow?
Right.
No, I'm going with you on
That,
that.
that
part,
should
John.
be, that,
That should.
I wouldn't want the town crew up there.
I would have liked
Because-
it there.
No.
So,
So.
so what makes that the town crew's job and not the town clerk's job?
It could be
Could
a
be.
clerk's job.
No, I'm just.
I
just.
Is it
You know what, I'm just saying that, I just,
tired of is getting direction and it does not get followed through. We've given tasks in the last few months and I checked on both of them and none of them have been done.
Refresh
I
my
think-
memory. What's the other one?
One of them was over to Paul Hool's, all that stuff that they
The brush. yeah.
brushed and all the people complained over there.
Trash here, that's supposed to go every Monday, and in the spring, they've got the stuff around the outside. I think we just put it as maintain the town buildings. If you put that in there, that covers snow, that covers grass, that covers weeds.
He's right.
I'm not disagreeing with anybody, I'm just, you know, bringing up those questions that might get brought up. Just-
Because it goes along with the comment, if we are gonna ask them to mow before, that wasn't something we were asking them to do, but if we
That's
ask them to
correct.
do it now, it's something.
Yep,
Yeah, that's. an
Duties as assigned.
Additional duty as a sign.
That's right.
basically.
yep.
That's right.
The only, yeah, the only concern I have about the mowing portion is my grass doesn't grow that good. And if, no, but I'm saying if we start making one of our only 3 employees start mowing this plus the Brigham.
Yeah.
That's a.
But
They have-
Probably over it.
That's a full-
They've been doing the
They've
Brigham,
been
yeah.
doing it.
But I'm saying that's over a day where you're taking a third of your,
And taking them off the.
taking them off there.
It's a half a day a work, a week. Yeah.
I'd
in
like
the
to see an
summer.
executive session if we're gonna talk too much about employees.
Oh, no, I'm not saying, I wasn't speaking about any particular employee. I'm saying you're taking one of 3
Right.
away for one day out of the week and. You definitely can at a later, later on in the meeting.
Oh, the alternative is,
for me.
we hire someone like Ross Allen to, do the greens.
Yeah, but then we're back to that same problem that the budget's already through the roof as it is. Now we're
Yeah.
hiring somebody.
I tend to agree on.
So road report.
I'm
we
just
can-
throwing that as.
Yeah, I
the other alternative.
did anybody have any concerns that I need to bring up to Mac?
No.
No?
Not that I had.
Anybody over
The
here?
only thing I had was.
With regards to what?
Roads, any issues with the actual roads that I need to bring up to Mac?
Nothing that can actually be
No.
done at this time of year, no. I mean, yeah, there's problems with the roads, but the
Disposal.
weather conditions have made it impossible to correct them, so.
Yep. Okay,
Yeah,
Um,
we're gonna-
okay. Sorry, I didn't hear what you said. I thought you were talking.
No,
Okay.
I agree with Lance, you know.
All right.
you might-
Budget.
Point.
Sign, done.
Yep.
Informational meeting, we actually signed that for February 28th.
7 p.m. The meeting has been set up for a Zoom meeting. I sent the information to Tammy.
Okay.
We'll put that out there on the public again. That meeting is Wednesday, February 28th at 7 p.m.
And all questions must be from the floor.
Perfect. As Todd just stated, all questions will need to be stated from the floor. There's an extenuating process to do Zoom questions and discussions, and that's not something we're set up to do at this time, so from the floor is how they will be answered. Murph,
No update.
no update. Warnings and reports. I got the warnings. We've gone over the reports. New mail. We did talk about at one point, just because this is the top item that I'm looking at here. We talked about a small committee or group of individuals here in town that would be willing to take on the Veterans Monument. Todd, I know at one point we kind of
Yeah.
sent that in your direction. Is that something you're willing to head up,
I can work on it.
work
yeah.
and partner with
Linda?
Linda and any other?
Sure.
Okay. This is a,
To have a certain document,
Yep,
right?
yep,
to Be
it's-
on there.
yep, and I know Todd is familiar with that.
Have your DD 214.
So I'm gonna pass this to you, Todd. It's a request for a name to be put on there, with his DD 214 attached.
And he had to actively service,
Yes.
right? While living in the town was the,
Who
was
did we
the.
decide we're gonna have do that?
We'll have to get it bid out again because, the last person that did it, they were not satisfied with it.
Right. that's
Yeah,
right.
so we'll get it bid out again. None of them were,
I'll give them.
none of them were that excessive in price. Oh, so this thought I'd let you know the payment of municipal portion of liens, release fees, land. Will transfer to the electric.
I was on for 18 months.
Property evaluation, they hold harmless in general fund receipts. This, the DD 214.
214, yeah, Delta.
That goes along with
214.
Todd's stuff.
This does? No.
DD 214.
Oh, yeah, that does. This is separate. This is a repayment. That's the way I'm reading it. It's a payment back, like we overpaid.
Like we overpaid?
We Paid on something and they're sending us money back.
That's a positive.
Oh, the land use change, yeah. This is the one that we decided to put in the hold harmless fund.
Okay,
Okay, we brought this up at our last budget meeting. And that's going into the hold harmless.
okay.
That's $6,495 that came back from land use. And we decided that Vera, Kathy and I went over that and it's a hold harmless fund issue.
If, what? Never mind. November 9th, 2023. We can file that one under G.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
2 points.
Is this for Tammy? Is that what you want?
Does that make?
Yeah, just to be filed.
Yep. That make you 1,000 yet?
That makes 2. I didn't come anywhere near 1,000. Stood next to a guy that made 1,000 one time. This is probably for multiple, if I had to guess. Jolly is here. And then, yeah,
For liquor license.
Should be.
That's to sell their beer and all that stuff,
Hmm.
right?
yeah, I was just. Oh, okay, it's just a bunch of different.
Right.
No, it's just jolly.
Yeah, it's just Jolly. It's just all the people. I don't, oh, you know what it is? I forgot. They changed the system. The liquor license for all those in favor of approving it signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We know you approve.
Yeah, Kathy just has to know in the portal.
Yep, I forgot about that. I was looking for the signature spot.
Ah.
That's the questions that Squirt called or had. Sorry, Corey.
From the last meeting or? for
This is
this
your
meeting?
handwriting. Aren't those-
My handwriting?
Oh, no, that's right out of Squirt's book.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
That
gave
was
it to us
That
because
was
we asked
for-
for a
yeah,
copy
Not
of
new
it.
ones, they're the ones.
No, it's the same ones.
Going back to that, while you had it in your hands.
Yep.
I did talk to him the next day. He gave me a call and I told him that I had developed that new culvert driveway policy.
Yep.
And that we'd be looking at it either tonight or some night in the future. And he was excited to hear that we took action right away on that.
Yep. Todd, you actually have that. Do we have to warn that? Does that have to
Well,
be public?
I wanted to hear what Mac had. I sent it to Mac for review and I haven't heard back from him
Okay.
at all. So I'd like him to at least.
Make a
take
motion that
look
we
and make
table
sure-
that until
Yeah.
Mac is here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was just gonna say.
Can I ask you a question about that?
You can. I'm not,
30-foot wide?
yeah,
The width of the driveway is 25 to 30 foot?
This culvert.
Culvert,
Oh,
Your-
culvert.
your
It's a
standard-
residential driveway.
yeah,
yeah,
because we need room
Oh,
to
that's
turn our
right.
fire trucks around.
your standard. Is that what it is?
Yeah, so your swing, if you're swing from
Is
the
that
road to
mine?
lane into the driveway. you
That's
need
what it
that
is.
swing.
When you turn off,
That's pretty standard, isn't
when
it?
you turn the big truck off like this.
Is your
you-
culvert right at the end of your driveway?
Yeah, it's right in front of the house. I have,
No, but I mean like right at the end, or is it back 20, 30 feet?
my culvert is down, the culvert that I know of is down the drive like 150 feet.
Yeah, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's the
So-
ones that are right on the
so
edge
you're
of
not
the road,
crushing it.
so you can make the
No.
swing.
it's so you can get in there with a truck, like the fire
It
department.
isn't just fire department, it's fuel oil trucks and
Yeah.
big trucks that need that to swing through.
I just put in a single section, which is 20 feet
Right.
of a 42-inch culvert in my wood lot
Yeah,
for the school. And I made the swing with our 1-ton,
yeah.
and it's a good thing I had 4-wheel drive because I put the front tire right over the fire side of it.
Oh.
It's not quite, a 20-foot culvert, if you're turning into it,
30 feet.
isn't quite wide.
It sounds 30 feet, sounds like a lot, but it's not
Yeah.
really. It's even
was gonna
kind of
say,
narrow if you want the truth.
I have a big apron, like
Yeah.
a ridiculously
Yeah.
large apron, but the drive itself is not 25 foot wide.
Right, and does that say access?
It's the access.
Driveways and access roads should be, oh wait, with a recommended width for a residential driveway should be between 25 and 30 feet,
Right.
5 feet wide.
Now, and that's only talking about where it connects to the road.
I got you.
Yeah.
Now I got you.
Yeah.
I was thinking, wow, that's a wide driveway.
Yeah, but you're right, that should be clarified. That should be at the access point.
At the access
I can
point,
put
we
that-
can put that in there.
Yeah.
Good question. Concerning. This is Vera's questions about. Alex, did we ever get that answered? All this,
Questions about Alex?
his
Pete?
paper, his
Oh, the
insurance and,
insurance.
Yeah, I think Vera said she has everything for me, came in.
so this one is no longer needs to be tabled,
No, I think we're done. with it.
resolved. Okay, next one that's been tabled for quite a while. Is the section of land that the state wanted us to do something with, but then wouldn't tell us. Where it was or what they wanted us to do, yeah,
Yeah, they
they've
said.
never got back to us on that, so I guess we'll keep tabling it.
Yeah, he was supposed to be back.
There we go.
He had to
Those
eat some
were
both, he had it all
regarding-
picked up ready to send.
Luno property.
This is, yeah, we tabled this because the one thing they said that got my ear when they were leaving
Yeah,
is that they didn't want this to cause any issues or any expenses to the town.
I think it's been taken care of, I thought.
Which one is
Okay.
that?
Kings Hill,
Luno's.
Somebody, I talked to somebody and I thought they said that they had fixed it
a
themselves.
property on Kings Hill.
So we may want to follow up with that to see, have Mac follow up maybe. See if it-
Oh,
I don't think
I'll
you can
make sure
technically
it
follow
was.
up on that until spring.
No, I'm saying, but
Yeah.
yeah, in the spring,
Yeah.
just to see.
Oh, well, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be, yeah, like that. Yeah, it's just the Luno property
Right,
on Kings Hill. This isn't even their,
it's below
it's
there.
what they said. It's not, this isn't what they came in and complained about. This is actually their grievance to the, listers.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's a copy of that. I don't
So
believe
is that coming before us?
it already has.
Yeah,
And this was awarded, they were given a. Due to the information provided by, we felt functional. Depreciation at the itemized property cost and adjusted, we felt we needed to inform you. They already adjusted their tax rate
Mhm.
because of their lack of access.
Right.
And then they came here looking for us to better their access.
Mhm.
So this paper came in
Yeah.
15 minutes after they left. So. The request from Vanessa Cattell for the dog bite information,
We supplied all that information. I haven't heard anything back.
tabled,
Yeah.
not tabled, dealt with.
Completed, yep.
Memorandum. This is the deed for the property that the town has the Geddes trailer. I don't know why this is in here again. Just a copy of the deed. Forest fire warden,
That was completed and submitted to the state.
Is this because we had our last payment, you think?
no, we asked for a copy of it,
Oh,
and the copy got put in the tabled items because we didn't have all the information we needed.
oh, yeah.
Quartec was the temp agency,
Oh, yeah.
cannabis zoning.
Stick with it back in.
We didn't, we didn't put it on there again this year, so
No,
we don't have any control at this point. Town garage, this is Martin or Hardy
some
Martin.
cannabis.
This is the one,
That we
this is
we
the.
never got nothing back from
No, we
them.
never got anything back. They tried to,
I get rid of it.
I don't
because
know if we can
asked
get rid of it, but if we can have that filed in,
them- Had the wrong information on it.
right.
We tried to tell them.
And this is the one that says our railings out here are half inch too narrow, the list of shit we gotta fix at some point.
We
I
forgot.
think we can probably come up with some new brackets for the handrail. We have to have the handrail, but we can come up with some different brackets. Or a smaller handrail
Yeah.
to adjust that.
Bobbin?
Kick myself. We forgot to talk about on the warrant for our meeting day, cannabis.
We did,
We did talk about it?
No, we did forget.
we forgot,
Yeah, we wanted to put that on this year.
we did,
Missed it.
I wanted to put it on like
he did.
5 years ago. So its town could say no and we'd have a little control over that.
That's one that Josh will continue until the day I die, say, I told you so.
It wasn't just you. It wasn't just you. Alright,
They still haven't come up with.
They haven't, yeah.
alright, so that's tabled items, that's that one. Reports, new mail, alright,
Email?
new mail.
And, least of our worries right now.
Email.
Town recreational committees. Yeah, so this guy, Tori Crossman, is asking if we can forward this email to our rec.
Park and Rec person.
Park and Rec Department. He's from Fairfield, he should know we don't have one. Because they have a decline in people down there that are joining their committees. And wants to steal ours.
We don't have any committees.
That's what it sounds like. We don't have a rec committee.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could forward this.
So can we just have Tammy reply and say that we don't have a Parks and Rec committee?
Well, that's what the BCC is functioning in that department as far as trails.
Playground at the school.
But
I don't know.
That's correct. Yes,
Todd, I have,
In the ball field.
I have a couple of them here
Yeah,
that are to do with the Veterans Monument, but I think
Okay.
they all go with that request that you have.
I'll get with Linda and give all these to, her. We'll work on
but that would be the closest thing we have to it.
Right. We came close. We talked about it. In 2023.
Yeah, those two go with that request. Those come in from other people.
Yep.
So the other one here I have is Lamoille Valley Bike Tours. Last year regarding, that's why it's in this, the garbage pile.
What he wants to do is join together
Yep,
Hmm,
and then
we
get
don't
our
have
budget,
anything.
put our budget together.
We don't have a budget.
hope this email finds you well. We're reaching out to your town last year regarding our rail trail shuttle service. Trails will travel packages and guidebooks and wanted to follow up again.
We have no official Lamoille Valley Rail Trail access, so.
Nope.
I
Well,
don't see how that
Do you have
concerns
any off
us.
Lost Nation Road, Lance?
No, we have no
No.
official
It's not
access.
official, but
I was gonna say,
that'd be the only access.
There's no legal access.
That's correct.
I don't know if anyone's got a legal access. Where's the legal access for Fairfield? They just.
Fairfield's rail trail pops out over by the Ames.
Morgan's corner, they actually, and then Morgan's, they allow them to park in the
What's it,
cornfield.
Railroad Street or
Oh,
whatever
they
it is over
do?
there?
Well, right, but that's still private access.
Right.
Like in Jeffersonville, they actually have
Have a
state
parking lot.
parking lots.
Oh, yeah, there's no parking.
We have nothing. We have just, it goes through private property. There is no,
Right.
there is nothing
The
there.
closest thing we have is we own. I don't remember, an acre or two over by the
Havertz,
bridge on,
Around
Havertz,
Nation.
Lost
Yeah.
Nation there.
Whitney's,
Whitney Road, yes,
Whitney
you're
Road.
right, Whitney Road.
but there's really no,
But there's no place to.
I mean, it goes through there a little.
And it's swung.
Yes.
Yeah.
In order to develop that as an official access, the town would have to sink a lot of funds in there.
Might not have as much as you think, because remember we had all that stone slide.
Slide off the road.
That's true.
Yeah.
Got a base, is that what you're saying?
You want that one? That was,
Pick it back up.
that's because it wasn't on our property.
Exactly.
Well, then it's still not on our property.
No.
No, but maybe they won't mind if
Oh,
you're back there to get
right.
the chair.
Oh,
I think
yep,
that would be-
we
I don't
do need to
think-
do that.
Carl Gleason has some over there, because I saw him working over there one day.
Preliminary Franklin County budget, the meeting for that was December 12th, so we won't be attending that one. No.
No.
We don't need
He's
to.
writing your paper.
Something totally different.
Don't be putting that in there.
No, he was saying there is no access.
No, this is, it's the LEMP, it's the local hazard, mitigation plans. And we do need to update ours. And this is just telling us that, we are selected as an alternate for funding for help with creating that plan. We have a plan, that needs updating. Shouldn't take that much to update it.
Alternate for funding.
Yeah, we're an alternate for funding. In my opinion, we don't need.
Yeah, mitigation.
That's weird, that's fine.
Yeah.
You're a town official.
Sorry, getting shit crossed off the list here.
We need to hang on to that one.
How about the state police barracks were providing annual report?
That's usually.
In order to get like FEMA funding, we have to have that.
It still can.
Place.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Right now, ours is,
You don't know.
What they've done so far.
The state police action in Bakersfield,
oh dear.
Two things.
one drug recognition expert. Oh, this is a breakdown of, responses. So we had one trooper for a drug recognition expert. 5 troopers on technical service unit. One,
Last week?
no, this is throughout the year.
Oh,
1 trooper on critical action team.
Oh, so that's the breakout of their people, their troopers, not
Yeah.
the response to Bakersfield. It should be just their response. That's the breakout of their.
Okay,
troopers.
yeah, so those are the troopers that came, annual crime statistics, Bakersfield report. 122 total cases. 15 arrests. 3 DUIs, they did get you.
not yet.
Property damage 9,
Yeah,
accidents with injuries 5, 0 vandalism. Apparently they didn't answer the phone call, that's why.
Yeah.
4 alarms. 2 burglaries,
mhm.
total tickets 5. 122 cases,
Mhm.
total tickets 5. Just gonna say that again. Total warnings 8. Boy, I'd like to be nice and say they
Some of
dropped
those
them.
have Been prosecuted other than giving tickets though, of some of those
Well,
cases.
yeah.
They could have been charged, but not.
Total arrests 50.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's where the arrests come in.
So
There'll be more.
I'd hate to say they dropped the ball. But I kind of feel like they dropped it and then punted that son of a bitch right across the yard, because 122 cases and you get 15 arrests, 5 tickets and 8 warnings.
But you gotta remember, they were also down on numbers of available.
Yeah, I know, but we're gonna be down on numbers of people in our town.
22 cases, it means it was in the system.
Right, it was in the system at least, yeah.
So if we're gonna put that in the town report, I guess.
They
we'll-
usually do put this in the town
Yep.
report.
I'll,
For ambulance was sending something. I guess they didn't.
no,
He's gonna
but
send
it's a
them.
reminder that I will,
Alright,
I will update the plan we have.
so this one,
Thank you. I
Ginsburg
forget to do it this week.
dispatch fees, we have covered.
Those are going to
I
town
go-
report.
No, but
No.
it's gotta go in with her to be filed.
Yeah, it's gonna be filed, this is last year's though. We can give that to Tammy to file.
At
just
the
for
beginning
file.
of the,
Contract,
Event in 19.
information only, this is the copy that Todd gave me. Give that to her, too.
First thing I had to do.
This is the
establish
corrected
this
copy.
level.
But just so anybody asks in the future, this is what it is monthly. payment. And it
And this
starts
is
in
our-
April each year and goes, so it's kind of a skewed. because of
Most of them will.
That's, no, that's
A
Enosburg
couple of them
ambulance.
were addressed, with the FEMA funding.
So that's why it's kind of an automatic.
And this is the draft contract with Alex.
Yeah.
That we'll go over.
Did we sign that?
We have not signed it yet. We haven't, he came, we talked,
We need.
he's gonna give us another one, right?
Put
He
that
was
in.
giving us a blanket one. He sent it to us weeks ago.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen it.
Alex, the contract he sent us.
Right, but then he was here the other day and we talked about it,
Oh, he's,
and he said he was gonna,
I'll look. I have not really looked at my personal email. for
yeah.
2 weeks or.
That's why I put it in the table item, so we can ask you again in a couple months.
Right.
I'll just take. a peek.
Put this one in the file to remind me that we need to update our,
Tabled or front of the tabled?
I'm not gonna address it this week.
Okay.
Probably not this month. I've got,
You got stuff to do, right?
Good.
I've got a bunch of stuff to take care of, so,
Okay.
personally.
Yeah, no, I just,
I have an existing plan that needs to be updated.
that takes care of warrants, reports.
The last communication I received from Alex was in December, so nope, I didn't miss it.
Review the mail, Academy, garbage.
Academy, we had a meeting last week, at St. Albans, in the office.
He's giving an update.
This is that,
The fiberworks thing, the
Yeah.
project.
that, it used to be HUD
Yeah.
something.
I don't think it was in last year.
That's the one that we missed the meeting. It was November 9th.
We have reps for this, like Heather, Jewett and Brenda Churchill.
Oh,
They haven't given us an update either.
Date either.
Is that Northwest Fiber?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about it?
I didn't know if we needed to go in the town.
I
No.
believe, well, okay,
I was
We
gonna
can
say
do
put it in there.
I would say put
It's
it
just
in.
informational, right?
It's just informational. It's not, it has nothing to do with any funding they're asking for or anything. It's just an update on what's going on with the program.
There's 2 pages times how many
Copies.
copies?
Or do we want to put it on the table where people can pick it up?
You can do that too. You still gotta make copies.
Still gotta make the copies. So before you were so rudely interrupted.
Bring him the cat.
So town report or no?
Sure.
I make a
So-
motion, we put it into the town report.
It doesn't need a motion. It's not money. It's just,
But it,
sure. Yeah, it's just information. Put it in there next to the police report,
Yeah.
about the same amount of weight.
see if it really needs,
It's great.
see if it needs both pages or one page.
It's fine.
You ready to go
Okay,
again?
Lance.
I'll try.
Here we go again. Take 3.
Had a meeting, at, Tim Smith's office for the Franklin County Industrial Development Corp. With, Northwest Regional Planning Commission and, the state park, National Parks representative and, some other representative from, it was up higher up on. I'm sorry, I can't remember her title. Anyhow, along with the prospective contractor to do the work. I came out of the meeting feeling a lot better than I have in recent months about the project. He is at least going to spearhead this and is going to represent the town and at least be well, how did he word that?
Proponent.
a proponent, is, was one level, but he would, guide us through this.
The problem.
And he's still actively seeking funding from different levels. The problem right now is the biggest lump of money that we could get is from the national parks, but they don't want to change the damn building. So you can't put enough apartments in there to make it a worthwhile project unless we do some changes.
They wanna
The
keep
biggest
it going.
proposal right now to make it work is to take the gymnasium and do either multi-levels or 3 levels. And you can get, I think there were 16 apartments where the gym is.
Mhm.
Right now, National Parks literally doesn't want to change anything
They want it
in the
historic.
building.
Yeah.
And it makes it almost impossible to
Yeah.
make it work. So we're seeking alternative funding from other sources.
So Tim Smith is gonna take this under his belt?
Tim Smith has been an active member in this right along, as a chairman of the Franklin County Industrial Development Corp., not as mayor of St. Albans. So yeah, we've been working with him right along. They provided $10,000, didn't ask anything for it at the start of the project. That's why I was a proponent that we put the FDIC request for funding in the warning.
So
They
when-
helped us a lot, along with the Franklin County Northwest Regional Planning
So the
Commission.
other question I've had from several people is when do you think the next informational meeting that we canceled?
I plan on giving some information out on town meeting day.
Okay.
I have information coming from our prospective contractor about what his proposals specifically will be, and I will report that on town meeting.
Perfect. Thanks, Lance.
Okay?
All set?
Yep.
Okay. Others,
Come on, John, you must have something.
Well, I have something I want to talk about possibly in executive session for a minute.
we did have a couple items that need to be discussed in executive session.
I'll make the motion. We go into executive session for
The reason?
discussion of personnel topics.
Okay.
Is that general enough for everybody?
Yep.
And town meeting day, we throw town meeting.
And
day?
meeting day as well.
Thanks. That way we
Thank you.
cover both topics, my topic and yours.
Go into executive session,
I
to
second that
discuss
motion.
personnel and town meeting day issues
I second that.
or topics. I shouldn't say issues,
Oops,
topics.
we need to vote.
Motion's been made and seconded to go into executive session to discuss.
John did.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We go into executive session at 8:11.
Say recording. There we go. I moved it all.
Okay. Here we go. Third time's a charm. John made the motion, Todd seconded it, and it was voted on 5-0. We came out of executive session at 8:45. There were no decisions made during this executive session, therefore no votes or descriptions are needed.
I'd like to make a motion that we adjourn.
I would second that motion.
Wow, John.
Shocking, isn't it?
Before I call a vote, do we need to ask Tammy to warn a meeting in executive
Oh, yeah.
to talk
Yeah.
with our road foreman?
Do we have a date?
No,
So that would be the first.
so we'll set the date first.
Yeah, let's pick a date and then we can hang on.
The Tuesday really,
Cheese and rice.
well, can we do early? Like, we
I
could-
am. It's gotta,
Mondays. and
on
Wednesdays,
Wednesdays.
So that's not.
how about this Wednesday?
The 24th?
Wait a minute, 24th, it'd have to be at 7 or 7:30.
I wouldn't be
Can't
able
do
to
the
be here
24th.
You're killing me here.
because I think I got ambulance duty till like 8 that night or 7:30.
So pick, well, this is executive.
Stay at 6?
I could
And
do
be
That's
done
fine.
at 7?
I can't.
Oh, no, Mac is sick. Mac
Mac's
is sick.
sick.
Let's do it next week then.
and do it next Tuesday.
Next
do that.
Tuesday, Tuesdays are hard for me because I have to take my daughter to,
Thursday,
I work
or you work
Thursdays.
Thursdays, though?
yeah, Thursday.
Or Wednesdays, as long as it's just. I'm
Next
wondering if
Wednesday.
Someone
You wanna
doing,
do Wednesday later?
Yep.
Do 7:30?
we do 7:30.
I have a meeting in Burlington the 31st.
Okay.
How about the first week of February?
How about the 5th?
Yeah, we got a
It's
meeting.
the
on the
Monday.
5th. We just
Is
do
that,
it.
Monday? Yeah.
Yeah, we just
I'll
go a
do
little
that.
early or a little late.
Good for me.
What's the 5th?
So oh wait, that's the first Monday. Hang on a minute, the
Sorry,
planning
yes,
commission
yes.
meeting,
Oh,
7 p.m. So if we did 6,
Do it at
Yeah, but we don't need the whole room.
No.
We just need a spot to sit down
Yeah,
and
but-
talk with Matt.
you may not need her, but I record the planning commission.
right.
So you hit record and then you come back in the other room.
Oh, I see how it is. I can do that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Just come out here, right?
The 5th at 7, we'll either be out there or in here, one of the two.
Whichever one they don't want.
Well, it's.
They record, we record theirs,
So we'll
so,
be in executive session.
Yeah.
anyway.
So,
right, we'll lock them in this time,
yep. So the 5th at 7.
which means Tammy,
We have to.
because it is executive, can you talk to the
Good.
team and make sure they're here before 7?
It shouldn't take too long.
It's gonna have to be easy because we're gonna need the outer room.
The thing's gonna be recording when you.
No,
go
we
in
can
the
go
room.
upstairs if we have to.
Yeah, we can use the upstairs meeting hall.
Yeah,
It's haunted.
No, that's the Brigham.
that's fine.
And entertain that motion now, though.
I remake the motion. Warren, an executive session,
Executive session.
February 5th,
This is a special meeting
Yeah.
yes,
7 p.m.
at 7 p.m.
at 7.
Do we have to tell why? Nope.
No?
Just
We're having
We
an
just
executive
asked.
session,
Yep.
Personnel.
personnel.
no.
No, you don't have to have a topic. If you're going executive, you just write executive session on the. Nope,
You have to have a reason.
we have a reason. It's executive.
Just personnel.
So I would
But-
once again, for the third time, make a motion that we adjourn.
I'll second
The
that,
third time, second it.
and I will call for a vote for the first time. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Good. Have a good night.
Okay.
I guess I. Holy smoke, this thing is not stopping. Hang